Hello YouTube, I thought I'd give y'all a little short video on how to make a needle out of a fish bone if you're ever, shall we say, in need of one out in a survival situation. Okay, these are carp rib bones that I gathered at Lake Hartwell in Georgia last summer. I want to say July or August. And as you can see, they're very sharp, pointy in one end and flat, and indented on this end. So your game plan is going to be to put your hole down here in this end, in this flat end, and then use a stone of whatever you've got. I've got an assortment of just native local stones here of granites and a piece of sandstone, and I've also as well got a whetstone I purchased at the local Korean grocer, Independent Wonder Fuchs Foods, Athens, Georgia. Stop on in, $4. Okay, so let's get started. So first I'm going to show you. Now I have got my lovely little case pocket knife here with a nice little sharp pointy. You can use anything in a survival situation. You can use a shard of glass. However, but what you're going to do is take this and you're going to knock. Okay, I'm going to put down the camera a minute and I'm going to whack the end of my knife with a rock. Now, as you can see, continuing this video, I have pounded off the end tangs. I've got an indentation going where I can run a piece of thread, and I simply laid this here and used this rock as a hammer stone to knock those tangs off. And now all I'm going to do is take this and I'm going to smooth it with the gritty one of these stones. This is sandstone. These are granites or gneisses, because that's what's local. And also I'm going to use this and I'm simply going to rub and grind these smooth simply by doing this until I get that smooth. And then as I do that, I'm going to take the point of my knife blade and make sure I keep that little eyelet hole going there where I'll have a place to thread string or cordage. And so I will turn this off and continue that working. As you can see, I've only worked this five minutes or so with my side. I worked it rubbing it, smoothing it on the side of this whetstone. I could have just as easy used any of these stones, which I found in a very similar on the bank, I believe. I mean, anything with a grit will work as a smoother, and you just want to simply rub and smooth till you get all those burrs off, leaving you a notch to put your thread in. Continuing onward, you can now see that I've simply smoothed this a few times here, poked my pocket knife point in there and enlarged my hole so I can now use thread. Now I'm going to take the point of the rib here and I'm simply going to similarly sharpen and smooth that point until I have a very sharp, distinct point on that, and then I can use this with either some string perhaps I bring along in my bug out bag, or I can make some cordage using local vines, materials that I can gather, and I can mend anything I need to mend by simply gathering things as I go and thinking of uses for them, just like this carp rib bone. I got a whole stack of them, And as you can see, that my longest my finger there on my hand is 3 inches, so we're looking at maybe 4 inches long. And I've got a nice little notch, and I just finished this whole thing in not even 30 minutes, y'all. I hope you will think about you doing this in a survival situation and realize there are things you can do all around you. Just use your brain and think. God be with you, and God bless you all.